Hello Marvel fans! Today's video is all about Kraven the Hunter. We're going to talk about his origin, powers and abilities, and how he became one of Spider-Man's most formidable enemy. But before we continue, a small favor for those who are watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. It would just take a second of your time, but it would forever change my life. So I'm asking, just a second of your time, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification button to be updated on my future videos. Thanks, and now let's continue. First, let me give you an update about Marvel's upcoming movie, Kraven the Hunter. It is produced by Sony Pictures and a scheduled US release date on October 6 this year. It will be played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Kraven the Hunter, kailangan yung panoorin to. Kraven's origin was depicted in the storyline of Marvel's Kraven's Last Hunt, which was published in 1987. Pero ang first appearance niya is in The Amazing Spider-Man number 15, published at August 1964. Kraven's origin story begins in his home country of Russia. Kraven's real name is Sergei Kravinov. Sergei was born into a wealthy Russian aristocrat family who migrated to the US after the Russian nobility was decimated by the February Revolution and subsequent collapse of the reign of Tsar Nicholas II. From a young age, Kraven displayed exceptional physical abilities and a deep affinity for hunt. He believed that he was destined for greatness. He developed a fascination with the hunt and became obsessed with it, proving himself as the world's greatest hunter. Well, after his parents died, Sergei traveled around the world, but eventually found a place where he felt at home in Africa. Dun siya naging Kraven the Hunter. And now, pag-usapan naman natin ang kanyang powers and abilities. Did you know, even without his superhuman powers, Kraven is an Olympic-level athlete and a gifted tactician, hunter, and a hand-to-hand combatant? After Kraven ingested Calypso's mystical potion, he gained superhuman physical attributes. Tumaas yung strength, speed, stamina, durability, agility, reflexes, and also extended his longevity. Drastically altered his natural aging process. Kaya nga on his time of death, he was already 70 years old at that time. Pero, he had the physical appearance of a 30-year-old man. Did you know also, Kraven had peak human senses even before ingesting the serum? So it also enhanced them even further. He can see clearly over vast distances, his hearing is also improved, and his sense of smell is his strongest. He can track prey by smell alone and can remember different scents. He is an experienced combatant, weapon specialist, expert marksman. He's also a master tactician and strategist. Kraven's observatory skills are top-notch. He can wait patiently for hours just to find the perfect moment to strike and often deploys elaborate traps to surprise his foes. Kraven was and still one of Earth's best hunters. He possesses astonishing tracking skills. He is a master animal tamer. Kraven can subdue and train almost any animal. Animals he trained show fearless loyalty to Kraven and follows his orders almost perfectly, that has mistaken for mind control. Kraven's obsession with hunting eventually led him to New York, where he encountered Spider-Man. Recognizing him as his ultimate prey, his obsession with Spider-Man led him determined to defeat and even surpass him. He saw Spider-Man as the embodiment of everything he believed in a true hunter should be: resourceful and very agile. In his first major storyline, Kraven's Last Hunt, as time passed, his aggravation, combined with an ability to defeat Spider-Man, further destroyed his sanity. Kraven even devised an elaborate plan to prove his superiority over Spider-Man. he captured and buried the hero alive. Then, assumed his identity. Yes, nagpanggap siya na siya si Spider-Man. And defeated one of Spider-Man's enemies na hindi natalo ni Spider-Man on its own. Its name is Vermin. Then, Kraven realizes that he has succeeded at his life pursuits. Satisfied, he kills himself, feeling that there are no more great hunts to go on. As pointed out by writers throughout the years, Kraven the Hunter sees Spider-Man as his great white whale. It's also worth noting that various retellings and reinterpretation of Kraven's origin and backstories have been presented in different comic book storylines. These variations have expanded upon his character and motivations, providing additional depth to this iconic Spider-Man villain. Going into conclusion of this story, Kraven is portrayed as a renowned big game hunter, whose goal in life is to beat Spider-Man, to prove himself as the world's greatest hunter. Though often confident, which he likes to boast about, he possesses a great sense of honor. Because of this, Kraven has sometimes been depicted as an anti-hero and has teamed up with superheroes including Spider-Man. Kraven is widely regarded as one of Spidey's most formidable enemies. And now guys, let's go back to the film's development. Sony Pictures announced their own shared universe, Sony's Spider-Man universe, in May 2017. Sony Pictures intended this to be adjunct to MCU's Spider-Man film. It's no secret that Sony has been planning a Sinister Six film for a time, and it was obvious that the Amazing Spider-Man film were leading up to this nefarious union. The Amazing Spider-Man Sinister Six, a two-part spin-off with the first movie initially scheduled for a 2016 release, was even announced by Sony Pictures. But after Sony and Marvel's agreement to include Spider-Man in the MCU, a lot of things changed. And the plan for Sinister Six was shelved for a reason. But things changed when we saw No Way Home tease some of members of the notorious villain group. That's where we first saw Kraven the Hunter. Other characters were Scorpion, Doppelganger, Black Cat, Rhino, Mysterio, and Madam Web. These are only speculations, but then Kraven is already here. And it's just a matter of time when Sony Pictures or MCU will release another spin-off of the other villains. We can only hope that time would come that we can finally see Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six in the big screen soon. And that's all for today's video. Thank you guys for staying. And we all wish the best for Kraven the Hunter movie to be a success. This is where the video ends, and you can leave a comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you again, Marvel fans. Bye!